moving. Well, one, I moved to like a new house, and then I also moved into my dorm, so I'm like moving stuff around, and then like as you can see, I have like some of my paintings up. Yeah, I'm still trying to like figure out how I want my room to be, like, what's it called? How I want it to look. So like, y'all don't be mad at me. Also, I decided to dye my hair purple again, so this is like kind of how it's looking, and like look at how long it's gotten. Anyway, so this is like kind of how I'm design. I don't know. I have a bunch of like mini paintings that I kind of want to put on the wall. I have this one which I used as like a tester, and there's like a little sticky thing on the back. And I put another painting, and I did it as a tester, and I pulled it off, and I realized it also pulled a little bit of the back of my painting. So I don't know if I want to do it that way or just use pens and stick a lot of, oh my gosh, hold on, I need to turn on my notifications. Yeah, so I don't know if I want to do that. Let me show y'all my recent painting that I've been working on, which honestly has been pretty exciting. I can't wait to put this on the wall. So this is kind of what I've been working on, and I've also like added some like embroidered beads on it. Beads, yes. Although look at how the back looks. It looks crazy. Anyway, I'm just trying to figure out this was kind of just like something I wanted to do before the school year starts, but low key, I'm obviously I'm not clocked in. I have not been paying attention to how close to the start of school is. I don't know why I thought I had like a week. Why I had like 4 days. No, I didn't realize my classes are in 2 days. They're in 2 days. And literally, one of my professors like, low-key, girl, you're already threatening me and we haven't even started. Like, I opened up Canvas, and everyone knows like a lot of people just delete Canvas when like they get out of like school and stuff like that, but I just keep it downloaded because I just do. And why one of the assignments say, oh, if you don't turn it in on time, we're gonna drop you from the class. Girl, classes haven't even started. Like, I haven't even prepared to like lock in yet. Like, yeah, so like now I'm like kind of getting into the flow, and I've been trying to say that like, oh, I'm gonna be consistent, and then I saw the last time I went live was 3 weeks ago. Girl, what am I doing? Oh, I'm sorry, like a pigeon, like I got scared. I thought like sometimes the pigeons just like fly into like the windows, and now it's like looking at me. Oh my god, it's staring at me. Okay, but yeah, I don't know, I'm low-key just like all over the place. Like I'm super excited for classes to start, but also I realized that I haven't mentally prepared for classes to start. Like, I think college is cool and dandy and fun when you're not stressed, and I feel like the stress just hasn't like settled in yet. Because nothing's worse than like unexpected cost when it comes to college. Like, I'm already like a broke college student. So when I had to drop $400 on a parking pass today, I'm like, damn, like, I guess we're having water for dinner tonight. Like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, I definitely was not prepared for that. Like, I still haven't gone, like, grocery shopping for my dorm. And another thing, I still haven't bought any of my supplies from, like, my classes. And I've seen some of, like, the supply lists. So I have 2 painting classes. And they kind of require different colors just because it's based on different things. I mean, if you know, you know. Like, for example, you wouldn't necessarily use the same colors if you're painting a landscape versus if you're painting like a person. So I have like a figure painting class, so I need like certain colors, and then I'm taking like a intermediate painting class, which it doesn't, I don't know, the projects aren't exactly specified, so I'm not exactly sure. But also they all gave a list of colors, and I have about half of them, and some of them like, and the pigments that I happen to not have are the really expensive ones. So I have cadmium medium, right? But my figure painting class asked for cadmium light and cadmium red light, and then cadmium yellow light. And I'm just like, guys, like, can I get this color by adding white? Because like cadmium like pigments in general, they're just expensive. Like, let me pull up my paint thing. Hopefully I don't get any like oil paint on myself because I low-key have things to do right after this. Okay, so I also need to go through all of the paint so I can kind of see what I do need to buy and what I don't need to buy. And obviously I don't need to buy this, but one of my professors, well, they both asked for turpentine. I don't really understand why. I don't know if this is just like a list that they've just had and never changed, or like they're like opposed to Gamsol. I don't know, just a hot take. But like, look at how much white paint I've used. I'm definitely gonna have to buy like another tube. Although I do have this, but like, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna buy a new one yet. But also, this is my favorite red to use. This color is required for one of my classes, or maybe both of them, honestly. I don't remember. I also feel like, I don't know if I'm missing colors or if I'm just kind of like running low. Like burnt umber, I'm definitely gonna have to buy like another tube because like, as you can see, I used quite a bit of it. Obviously it's not empty, but I kind of just don't want to run out of it. I also feel like I might need to buy another thing of sap green because one of the projects I seen that it was like warm colors versus cool, but I don't know if that actually means that we're going to do that or not, or I don't know. So we'll see. One of my professors says that at least on their syllabus it said that we needed our supplies on the first day. Well, I don't know about that one. Honestly, if they don't send like an actual email stating that like, hey, bring supplies on the first day, I'm not bringing them. And then, my online classes. Honestly, I just remembered. I realized that, oh my gosh, I have like books that I'm required to buy. Well, okay. A lot of my in-person classes, if it requires like some sort of textbook, I never buy it. Even if the professor says that we need it, I don't buy it. I've just kind of gotten lucky with like, I guess, skating by the class without the textbook. But my online classes, if there's a textbook that needs to be purchased, usually it's like an online thing where you do the work through. So there's kind of no wiggling my way out of this. And they've already sent an email about like trying not to wiggle your way out of buying the textbook. It was like, dang, like, why are you clocking my tea? Okay. I do think that I'm gonna vlog my little Blick run, and hopefully in class, I don't know, I saw the syllabus, but a lot of professors use the same syllabus that they've had for years and never change it. So usually I'll like read it, and usually it's not as strict as whatever the syllabus says, because like I can't eat in class. Like, I know we're dealing with paint thinners and stuff, but I can't have a little sandwich. Like, a girl likes to eat. So yeah, I do hope that once the school year starts to like, I guess, settle in, and I kind of have like a routine, that I can have a routine when going live or an upload schedule, just so like it's better for you, better for y'all, better for us. But I do think I'm probably gonna stream more so like later, especially since I have early classes and I'm also trying to hit the gym more. So yeah, I do think, I don't know, probably streams will probably start right like around like 7, but I don't want to like put anything too certain yet, just because some people don't like drastic change. So if I say like, oh yeah, we're starting at 7 and we start at 8:30, people are looking at me like, what are you doing, Miss Girl? Also, for whatever reason, I have to buy 2 different blacks, which I'm not too much of a fan of. So I already have this like ivory black, but I'm also required to buy Mars black. I personally haven't used Mars black, but I've seen other people use it, and they've basically said Mars black kind of just contaminates the whole like colors, I guess. Which, I don't know, I've just always used ivory black. Like, there's no like real reason. I don't know, I just buy it for whatever reason. But like for someone to ask specifically for Mars Black, and I literally watched, I just ironically watched a video about someone that was using Mars Black, and they're just like, see, it's just like taking over all of the pigments. I just think that's kind of interesting. Also, usually I make my own. Well, nowadays I've started making my own black pigments. Obviously, I still use blacks sometimes when I just like. Sometimes things just don't get as dark as I want it to get, and like, I use black. Then there's nothing wrong with using black. Hot take. But yeah, usually I mix my blacks. So like some colors I'm like, I don't know if it's justifiable for me to purchase, because I think I can wiggle my way with using the paints that I already have, although I'm not 100% sure about my figure painting. I feel like maybe I should buy the pigments that he's asking for, just so one, it makes it easier for me to paint, I guess, people, and then two, I would be able to like tweak it in the way that I like making people. As well, you can't really see the full thing, but yeah, if y'all get, honestly, I can't wait until y'all can see like when this is all decorated. I need to like go through my list, but my list is on my other phone, and honestly when I'm on my phone and trying to stream, it's just like super distracting, and I low-key like I forgot to turn off my notifications, but we'll deal with that later. Like, so for the paintings, ooh, I have these like light things. Honestly, I should I say flash warning? Because I don't know how it's gonna look on the thing. Like, I think this is chill. This is cool. But like, I have this. I know it looks crazy. Okay, I just need to untangle it. Like, y'all don't judge me. But basically, I was thinking like probably to go around like all of the paintings, but I didn't want to put it on my wall first. I figured I should probably put the paintings on first and then like kind of maneuver this around the paintings, so we kind of have like an aesthetic background going, because you know, I've been seeing like the TikToks of, okay, how do I turn this off? Okay, I've been seeing like the TikToks of like people and their like dorm decor thing. I'm like, damn, y'all are spending a bag. I just use my paintings. Like whatever I painted is on my wall. So that's what we're doing. And I don't know, I think sometimes that social media puts this type of pressure on how your dorm is supposed to look. And low-key, y'all, if you're like an artist, you know, draw something up, paint something up, and boom, you know, I got this going on, and I didn't need the fancy wallpapers and whatever else we can put on the walls. I kind of just like, you know. And then my room aesthetic kind of changes slight, well, just by like me moving things around, because obviously it kind of looked like this last year, but like obviously I didn't have, particularly these 4 paintings were not on my wall because like I made them this summer, and I don't remember when I think I made that one last year, but I just had it off to the side somewhere. So I do think that it would be beneficial if I just put like all of my mini paintings up, even if I don't like them. They might give me some inspiration, might give y'all some inspiration. So that's how I kind of was thinking about it. I also have these lights. Let me like, oh, this one has no batteries. Hold on, I have one that has batteries. Okay, so it basically kind of does the same thing. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it has different settings. Yeah, so this is like these lights. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put them up. I don't know if I'm gonna put them like around my bed or up here along with these. I honestly just bought them because I thought they were kind of cool, and low-key I was trying to get into the spirit of Halloween last year, because I don't know if it's just me, y'all. I'm not like that huge into Halloween. I think I just really started participating in it because my friends participated in it. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna be a party pooper. Like, let me like put this costume on. But like now I'm like kind of getting into it. Like I kind of get it. I get the hype a little bit. Like I've been, oof, oh my gosh, this stuff is shedding all over me. This is pretty upsetting. Cause like, I was not expecting this. I need to get, you wanna know what I need to get? I need to get a vacuum. Because this is like all, I don't know why it's doing this. It's like shedding. Worse than like my dog, which I did not ask for. Like, wow. But yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty honestly, I definitely fumbled. Like there was no reason for me to like be inactive for 3 weeks. So now I have to like kind of relearn how to even go live. Honestly, I hope y'all can hear me. I need to get a mic too. It would just be like more, like more helpful. But yeah, I feel like I have to like relearn how to go live and stuff like that. But since I kind of have like my own space, it'll definitely be easier because I'm one of those people. I've definitely seen it with other creators. Like as soon as like I'm within earshot of someone, I just kind of like crickets. I don't know. I kind of get like almost secondhand embarrassment of myself, which is like I low-key need to get out of that. And I think that's also why I kind of don't like actually like vlog. Well, it's weird because I'll like film in my classes, but I just don't talk. I just do voiceovers. Like if I were to talk, if I were to talk, I just think like low key I'm being like disruptive, you know? So I just like have my. Oh, okay. I do realize low key. I think people would definitely be looking and judging when I have like my camera up and I'm like filming, but like it is what it is. I just don't like. It's just that thing of like when I talk. Like even when I'm walking around and I have my camera, like walking around my camera is one thing, but walking around and me talking to the camera is like, oh my gosh, like I feel like I already look crazy and now I'm talking to like a camera. So that's just like another hurdle that I'm just gonna have to face because I don't know why that is. Even when sometimes when people will play my content like in front of me, I'm like, guys, stop, you're hurting me, please. Like I think people like get it like when it's like one thing to edit your, a lot of people don't like to hear their own voice, so like when I hear my own voice and people have their volume turned away all the way up, I'm like, guys, like what are we doing? But anyway, I'm kind of like ranting and like going stage left. Let's go back to the topic of like school starting in 2 days. So let me go over some of my classes that I'm taking. Okay, so the one class that was low-key threatening me, honestly, I do think like she's kind of tea. Like I just know she's gonna be real informative. She seems like super blunt. And I almost wish this class was in person, although it is online. She has such she like it's she's the type of person, she has such a strong personality. I can already imagine how she would act like in person. And I just know she'd be awesome. Like she's like real blunt. She's like, guys, I don't want to see none of that AI crap and blah 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 blah. And she's like, oh, if you think what I'm saying is like I think she said rude or like irritable. She's like, I think I was just trying to be funny. Like don't take it the wrong way. Like queen, I just know she would be lit. Like as an in-person professor, I'm definitely about to send her like an email. Because so that class is about, it's like religion, rituals, and something else. And I thought that class was gonna be like super interesting because like that's kind of like the type of art that I'm into like right now. But also I'm not really the type of artist that like sticks with one, I guess, idea, because I'm kind of into a bunch of different things. So like I think that's also Loki's kind of my problem. I feel like people kind of my friends say that my art is very like what's the term, recognizable. Like if they see it, they know I made it. I personally don't think it's that because I feel like it's so broad, but I do believe that I do use the same like palette. And the only time I kind of switched that palette was with this one because I was like, okay, we're gonna have to like switch it with the blues, the purples, the greens. Let's try red. So that was like my attempt to kind of to kind of switch it up. But yeah, I do think that class will like impact the way that I make art just because I'm learning like religion and rituals and like a different matter. So I do think I also recently bought this book, which is like an encyclopedia about like all the different creatures and stuff. So I've been reading a little bit about that to kind of get my new idea of what creature I'm gonna make, or if I'm still gonna go like the Christian route of like I guess some of like the things that the Bible talks about and stuff like that. So I'm not too sure. I did see a couple of like animalistic kind of beasts that from like different countries that I might paint. I'm also super into like Japanese lore, so the only thing, the art style is a little hard for me to like grasp. Like I haven't totally I haven't understood how people kind of come up with the type of, like, it definitely has a certain type of move and flow and movement to it, which my mind just hasn't grasped. So honestly, trying to do like a Japanese art style is low-key intimidating. So we'll see. I might tap into it in one of my classes, because like, why not? Low-key, I love a challenge. But yeah, I do think that class would be super entertaining. So now the next class, so I'm taking a anthropology class, which is like a science. Honestly, okay, I'm taking that class by, the reason why I'm taking that class is because there was no other science class available, and that was the only class available that was online, that was half a semester. Because low-key, I don't want to take another science class, and I'm like, how in the world did I get into this anthropology class about like bones and how people die? Like, yeah, I just I don't know how I feel about that class. Like, obviously it hasn't started yet, but I opened up one of the modules and I was like, I'm not too sure about, I guess, this. But I'm pretty open-minded to it, I guess. But now, to the exciting parts. Okay, so like I said in the beginning of like my little live stream, I said a couple of live streams. So I have 3 studios this semester. I have a figure painting, which I'm really excited for, because some of the way that I paint people is just kind of, you know, obviously I'm like painting that like ain't like that cherub, but imagine how good it'll be by like the end of the semester. I want to be T by the end. Like, obviously I'm not gonna be like a whiz, but close to it maybe, you know. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to like expand my technical ability to like create art. And then my intermediate painting class, I'm pretty excited for that. Honestly, the only thing I hope that we don't do still life. And I've been thinking about this. My biggest regret in I think it was like painting 1. I don't remember the exact name of the class. My biggest regret was I had one project that I didn't finish, and it was because I was hung over about the fact that it was what's the term? It was a self-portrait. I'm thinking about it now, and I am so upset with myself. Like, if only I thought outside of the box and not like, oh my gosh, I have to do a self-portrait, and it has to be like a traditional like self-portrait. But like, obviously we had a silly hat on, so it was like a self-portrait with a silly hat. And I'm just like, I could have done so much more. Like, I feel like if I would have tapped into like trying to make the portrait into a figurative portrait with like super expressive brush strokes, I would have had like, 1, I would have finished my self-portrait, and 2, I wouldn't have had crippling depression. So I think that's something that I learned from my last class, like not to focus so much on the aspect of just like, I like literally the self-portrait, it was so dreadful for me. Like, I don't know why I didn't do what I did when we got assigned a still life. Like, when I did a still life, I was like, okay, I'm gonna bite into the apple, we're gonna make like a little magical world behind it, we're gonna add some snakes. I don't know why I didn't do that with the self-portrait. I think, yeah, I got intimidated, and then stage fright, and then yeah, never finished it, and so now I just have this huge canvas with my face on it that's unfinished, and I'm never gonna touch it again. So yeah, I do realize that if there's ever any project that I'm given that I don't like, I'm just going to make it my own and hope for the best and hope that I don't get a bad grade because I decide to. Like, obviously I would still do what they're asking for. I would just do something more that's within my realm of what they're asking for. Like, of course, the point is to be like, what is that? Oh yeah. So the point is supposed to be like working on your skills, but like if I can make it more than just like a still life or a self-portrait, I'm gonna do that because one, I really like figurative art. I like impressionism. So like, yeah, I think I just couldn't believe how a painting could get me so stumped. Like, that was just so, I was very unprepared for that. Like, let's just say I was very unprepared for that. And I think another thing, oh my gosh, so my next studio class, I'm taking wheel throwing. I am so excited for wheel throwing. Honestly, I just see ceramics as more of like something to do like for fun. I might like make some things to sell on my like website, but I haven't exactly, I'm still a little unsure. It kind of just depends on like how much free time I have to make things to like sell on my website. Like, I think it would be like really cool to have like little trinkets. But yeah, I'm super excited for wheel throwing. But low-key, that class is supposed to be like relaxing, so like hopefully I'm not like really stressed out. I also, now that I think about it, I need to email my professor to see if he can make it like upper division, because low-key, yeah. But I don't know, I definitely just need to like lock in. I like the way it took, like this morning I found out that I had classes on Thursday, and then I had to make sure that I wasn't already like working a shift Thursday, because like I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't realize. So yeah, I also need to tap into like going back to the gym. So yeah, maybe that's something I'll do like tomorrow. I shouldn't say maybe. I should like definitely, like, I just bought a bunch of gym clothes to like go out. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I should probably start like planning a little bit more on how like I want my like live streams to go. Especially when like, I don't know, I'm out of classes. Honestly, it's very easy to talk about things that I'm like, that's going on in my classes, but like if there's like other things, usually I just do like a painting stream, but the sun is kind of setting right now, and I fear if I set up my paints, like literally I'm gonna have enough time to like, well, even like this painting, honestly, the painting part of this is already done. I just need to finish like the beading part, and then I'm just gonna start on whatever the next painting is. And honestly, I think I'll like, I don't know, put it on that wall or the wall that's like facing me. I am pretty like happy about some of the like, I don't know if y'all can see some of like the beads that I've like added on. So I bought some more beads because I really want to push my art more than like just painting on like a canvas, especially if I'm trying to get into like a grad program, which I think this looks so crazy to me. Like, I just love how I kind of just like let go and just let the paintbrush do whatever the paintbrush is doing. But a lot of people are always just like, oh my gosh, why are you making so much art? Well, one, I'm trying to make like a cohesive body of work, and two, we're gonna speak this into existence. I need to get into a residency. Like, I want to be in a residency so incredibly bad. But usually the residencies, they ask for like 10 to 20 pieces of work, and I'm under the assumption that like low-key they want cohesion. So like, although I will still submit even if I don't have cohesion, I'm just trying to create a body of work that does have cohesion. So whether it's like the same, I'm kind of just going with like the same, um, like element. Is that the word? I don't, I don't know if that's the word. I guess, yeah. Well, like the same theme. Yeah, that's the word. The same theme. So like this is all based on like Christianity. But like I only really have, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like low key, if I make like 10 more, we're cool. And then like next, but I still make art in like other realms of other things too. But I definitely can say that this came out much better than I was like initially expecting, because I've tried to paint this multiple times and it just came out like really bad. But yeah, but I don't know, I will say, as a die-hard acrylic person, like this is done in acrylic, i I will say I do like oil. I like oil a lot. Like I like oil more than I thought I would like oil, which is like, dang, like. But I think the reason why I like oil, I like how long it takes to dry. At first, I wasn't like messing with it too much, but low key, I like the lollygag. If I'm watching a show, sometimes the show gets a little bit like interesting. I might just leave my paint there and it'll be like the same. And also, I like that you don't have to like remix the same color. Like if you've ever worked with like acrylic, trying to remix the same color is honestly pretty agonizing. At least to me, especially since like usually I use a ton of different colors. So, and I'm like, how in the world did I make this color? So I think that's also another thing why I've grown to really enjoy oil. And I will say, for like the summer, what I've learned, and this is like obviously some of the work that I've done this summer. I guess I can count this as doing it this summer, although it's like 90% done. I just need to finish with like the beads. But I would say like using more paint. And I think that's why it was hard for me to kind of capture certain details, or I guess textures or whatever. Smoothness. There's also like another thing is like I wasn't using enough paint, especially when like people know like paint's expensive, and especially if like you make too much of one color and you're just like, damn, like that's $10 worth of paint. Like that's I'm being a little dramatic right now, but like dang, like that's $10 worth of paint that I could have just not, I don't know, wasted. So I can kind of like understand like not using a ton of paint, like particularly for this large one up here. I used like I used a ton of paint. Like the texture on it, like obviously you guys can't like really see. Like I think I'll probably just make like a separate like short on it, on the textures that I made with some of like the oil paint. Is like kind of crazy. Although it did take a bajillion years for it to like dry. But I would say this, like at first, honestly, this, she was looking chopped. She was looking real chopped. And then as soon as like I added more paint, it got like better and better. I also will say I think I can be a little lackluster about priming my canvas, which is something that I need to like tap into more, is definitely taking more time to like prime. And I'm not talking like 2 layers, maybe like 5 or 6 layers, because like that just makes the painting like 10, like at least the canvas, like the painting on the canvas, it just makes it 10 times more easier to work with. So that's another thing. I also realized this summer that I like doing my sketches in charcoal, although I don't use fixative on my canvas, just because like low-key that stuff is toxic. So I don't really use it. I have it. I actually don't know where it's at, but yeah, I try not to use things that are like overly toxic, although I do use turpentine. Okay, y'all, I only use it because my professors like asked for me to use it, but I don't think I actually initially realized how toxic it was until like, so I have like three friends that I'm like really close with that are like painters. So like me and my other friend were like acrylic painters, and we have another friend, she's an oil painter, and we'd be like, girl, like acrylic's better. Well, I do like oil, but you know, acrylic's my first love. But yeah, she was like kind of saying like, I don't understand why they're having us use like turpentine because of how toxic it is. I don't use turpentine. And I was just like, oh. But I think she doesn't really use paint thinner in general just because of how toxic it is. I think she generally just uses like linseed, which is also not like it's definitely something that you can do. I personally, when I'm painting my house, I just use linseed. But if I'm painting in the studio, I use both just because I like how like the turpentine thins out the paint. So yeah, I guess also it's, I don't know, I guess without like paint thinner, it can be kind of challenging to get the paint off of your, what's it called, your brushes. Yeah, so I think that's like another thing. Oh my gosh, the sun is like setting fast. Honestly, guys, once the sun sets a little bit, I could just turn on this light, but I don't think I'm gonna do that because low-key I gotta like get back into like the film, the film. Oh my gosh, the feel of like live streaming. I'm just, oh my gosh, like I really well, I can't go back now, but honestly, there was no reason for me to be gone for 3-4 weeks from live streaming. That's just like unacceptable. I could have found some time to do it, especially since I've been like working on this. Like, yeah, low key. I think I might need to buy another stand, like live stream stand, and then a stand to like. Ooh, speaking of that, I need to grab my other thing so I could turn that into a stand for my phone, and then I could turn, yeah, and then I can have two stands. So then I can do like my shorts with this as well. But yeah, I do think it'll definitely be more involved this year, especially since like after filming all last year, I definitely learned how to make content better. Not long form. I'm still like in the midst of like kind of learning how to do like long form, which is, I understand why long form is so hard. Well, I think making a YouTube video is one thing. Like, I feel like making a YouTube video, what makes making a YouTube video hard is like retention and editing, like making your editing interesting, and then like retention. But I feel like for streaming, it's much more difficult because usually you're streaming for a long period of time, and then like you kind of have to be like a little interesting. But also, I don't want to curate this type of personality that's not me. Yeah. Like, I understand that, like, you kind of turn up your personality just a little bit, or, like, up a notch or 3. But I think, like, trying to, I don't know, trying to be something that I'm not, like, oh my gosh, hey, guys, well, like, it's just, although, I can be like that. I'm just, would I be like that all the time? No. Like, I'm kind of, I don't know, I just be chilling, I just be painting, I just be talking about life. Although, I'm, like, low-key, I'm, like, my friends would call me a pretty serious person, but I guess that makes sense. I'm like pretty serious about like my painting and like the art that I make, especially since like we all know how hard it is to like be an artist, let alone get a job anywhere. So I'm just like, well, I'm gonna do what I like doing. So yeah, I do want to kind of do like a close-up of like this painting, like, let me like stand, but like look at like the details of this. I just think it's like low-key, like kind of crazy, and I think I want to do this technique definitely some more. It's just like, I don't know, I'm definitely super I just, wow, like I'm a lot more happier with it than I was like last week. Like last week I I was like, oh, this is like not good, blah 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 blah. But then I was listening to what's it called, the Creative Act. I think that's what the book is called. But I was like re-listening to it. Honestly, listening to books while you paint, y'all should tap into that. It's like such, I don't know, it's just so much better. Like, yeah, I listen to music, but listening to a book that's interesting while you paint, it's just like next level. Especially if it's like one of those like inspirational books. Yeah, pretty tea. I should probably show you guys some of the paintings that I plan on like adding. So I will be right back. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put this right here. Oh, well, it doesn't fit, so I lied. Oh my gosh. What? Ooh. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, so I got some of the stuff that I plan on putting on my wall. I'm gonna turn on this light. And then probably after that, I think I'm probably just going to end the live. Can y'all see me okay? I think it's fine. Some of it is like on the floor. I'll just like pick it up when I get the chance. But anyway, okay, so I have this like little self-portrait of me. Usually, if y'all saw earlier in the little live stream, I was complaining about doing the self-portrait here. So I did during the summer. And honestly, I did this on live stream. It was the most stressful thing ever because, like, I don't know, it's something about doing something like this. Y'all, I looked chopped, like really chopped. Oh my gosh, like I was low-key embarrassed, and like I had people just watch. It's like so different when people are watching you make mistakes live. And you're just like, guys, like trust the process. Like I swear I can paint. Like I swear I can paint. But anyway, this is like the painting, and honestly, I'm super into it. So yeah, I love this. The only thing I wish I didn't paint it on paper. This, like, painting it on paper made it 10 times more difficult than honestly it should have been, but that's my tea. Okay, so I have this. I just think this is like really cute. I was like trying a kind of like a new different technique, which is something that I might try again, which is just like a little, like a bunch of squiggles. I've done it on multiple paintings, but not in this type of extent, I guess. And I did it last year. I never posted it just because at first I didn't like it, but I'm kind of warming up to it now. But it'll be on my wall, so plus I just wanted more decoration on my wall, so we're gonna put it on the wall. Even if it's not exactly my cup of tea, somebody will like it. And then there is this. I made this like a couple years ago. Considering that I say that I don't like painting people, I guess I paint a lot of people in practice. So here's this. I have an old print of one of my paintings that I made. This, which I'm just gonna put on my wall because like I think it's cute, and yeah, it's just an old print that I had, so like I was like, yeah, let me put it on my wall, especially since like the original is not at my dorm, it's at my house. So yeah, the only reason why I didn't bring that one here is because I wanted to like put up some of my new art and then also leave some space for like the art that I make in my classes. But you know, we'll see. Hopefully that painting sells. Like, girl, we are waiting for that painting to sell. And then I have this one. Honestly, this is definitely one of my favorite paintings that I've made of like a person. Just because I feel like it's like low-key my vibe. Like I like the colors, all that. And I don't know, this, I could only imagine if this was like a huge painting. Like if it was a huge painting, it would just be so tea. Like I just know. Yeah, I really like this painting. Another one. This was just like was it a study? I don't know. It was something that I did for a YouTube video. It's just kind of like clouds, like I love to add clouds into my like paintings, like beautiful scenery. So just this, it's cute. It doesn't have any particular meaning or anything like that. It's just pretty clouds. Obviously, you can kind of tell that I have like a palette that I like to use. Obviously, a lot of blues, purples, pinks, orange, like little like sky, a lot of like nostalgic colors that give like nostalgia. Yeah, that's kind of like the palette that I'm working with, as you can see. And these are like these are like things that I made like years ago. This was another study that I did. This is like and a lot of these are personal studies, because like how in the world am I supposed to be a better painter if I don't like do things that I don't like painting, which are people. So I painted this, and honestly I'm pretty proud of it. So yeah, she's going on my wall for sure. I just like found a reference on Pinterest, and here we are. We have her. And then I have the Colosseum, which is basically, so I went to Rome 2 years ago, and so this was like a picture that I took when I went there. So honestly, it makes it even better because it's like a reference that I took. But like, here's a little bit more of like a close-up of the Colosseum. The Colosseum outside was cool. Inside, low-key, if you guys go to Rome, the inside of the Colosseum was a little lackluster, but it was cool vibes. I'd definitely go back again. The food was cool. No, the food was really good. What am I talking about? Especially the wine, Moscato. Yeah, it was good. Okay, I have another study. This is like super random. I just have like a jellyfish. I think I might have been in like an art block. Low-key, I don't believe in art blocks, but like, I won't get into that now. But I painted this just because like I was like, damn, like I haven't painted in a while and I need to paint. So actually no, this is not why I painted this. I just made it up. Like, dang. I painted this because I was trying to pitch an idea of running my own like the paint classes. So I did this because I feel like it's like easy enough for everyone to do it, and like it's low-key kind of like a cool painting. That's why I did it. I remember now because I made this one, and I made like a license plate one because I was like, oh, it'd be really cool because then people can like customize it to like words that they wanted to add, or maybe like a happy birthday or something like that. I didn't get it, but you know, it's fine. Rejection happened and we move on, right? Just like I applied for a bunch of like PR, I applied for residencies. I haven't heard anything. I applied for a couple of galleries. This summer I was in a gallery, so hopefully I end up in another gallery. Like, fingers crossed. I'd be sick to my stomach if I don't. And then I made this. I'm trying to remember. You know, I need to write down like how I was feeling when I was making this, because I made this my freshman year and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to paint a gazelle. So I painted a gazelle and I was like, okay, let's make it interesting. So I added like piercings and this strange background. So here's like kind of like the gazelle. Honestly, if I were to like, I might paint over the background. Like, to be honest, like I like the gazelle, but like if I were to like paint over the background, it would really showcase the gazelle. I just like, one thing about me, if something is like kind of boring, I like to like spruce it up, and I feel like the background, now that I'm looking at it, is kind of taking away from the gazelle, because like honestly that gazelle is pretty amazing. Like the suit, like yeah, like killing it. Anyway, going up on my wall. And then there is this painting. Basically, I used like my face as like the reference, and I just kind of had like hair and stuff, and like I have like eggs and like hummingbirds and like a pig and stuff. And basically, this painting is about like how so before I like locked my hair, when I was a loose natural, people would like literally throw stuff in my hair and call my hair a nest. Like I like, for real. So I made this painting. Honestly, I think it would be like pretty lit if I made it bigger, but not me trauma dumping. Yeah, she's going up on the wall. Honestly, it wasn't that traumatic to me because like I've had way worse happen. But like just like thinking about that, because like I obviously have like a little like smile, because I'm like, okay, like whatever. But like yeah, no, people would like literally like throw their pencils in my hair and whatever else. It was stupid. It was really dumb. It was anyway. And now those people want to be my friend, but like. And then I have this painting which I recently made. I made this painting after I made that one. I don't know. I think it was after I came back from Japan, because like I was like a little like I had to like chill out a little bit, and I was like, all right, we're gonna make this. And then I have like the name of it on the back, which is called Bait. Because at first I was like, oh my gosh, this lamb, super innocent. No, look at how devious this lamb looks. Like, this is bait. Like, they're baiting you. Like, this lamb is just as devious. Like, it's kind of like a punk fake. Yeah, that's kind of how the meaning kind of changed based on how the painting turned out. Because like this lamb, like up to no good. That's all I gotta say. And then I have this print, which is from a local artist in Arizona, Antoinette. Love her down. And this is like one of her prints. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, so this is 26 out of 50. So there's only like 50 of these. So yeah. I won this in a raffle, but like yeah, you guys should definitely check out her account. She does like murals, she does paintings, she's really that girl. So I believe she might be a professor too, but like I could be wrong. But like yeah, she does murals in Arizona. She does like she's a gallery artist. She does like art full time. So that's her thing, and she's T. So and a lot of her art is like based on childhood trauma, and how kids have to from I guess like broken communities like Black people, how they have to grow up faster than they should, and how they have these types of like stigmas on them, which is why she like paints kids with like tattoos and guns and all that other stuff, kind of like resembling like her childhood and like the people that she knows and how they grew up. So anyway, yeah, so guys, we're almost like an hour into, well, close enough. But I do think I'm going to end it here. And this time, guys, like, I swear, I'm going to be more active. And I'm not going to be back, like, it's not going to be, what, 3-4 weeks? Will I be back tomorrow? I'm not sure. But it won't be 3 weeks from now. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all want to see. And peace.